What's up, everyone? It's James from the CasualTryHardMTG podcast. Today I've got a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release kit that we're going to crack open here on camera. I'll show you what comes inside one of these guys. We're going to open some packs. We're going to build a sealed pool. Show you the way I do it, and hopefully you enjoy. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe so you can watch some more of our stuff. We have a podcast comes out every week. Kind of talk about all manner of Magic topics, things like how to be a better player, some of the recent news. We go over new cards, changes to formats, whatever. So yeah, make sure you follow along. The episode that's coming out alongside this video is going to be our Kamigawa set review. So make sure you check that out. We had a lot of fun making it. Also, last week we did a video covering, or not a video, but an episode covering the mechanics for this set. So these mechanics are a little tricky. If you have any questions on how they work, check that episode out. So I think we're just going to get into this. So inside these pre-release kits, if you've never opened one before, there's usually 6 booster packs. There's a promo. There's a spin down die, and usually a rules insert. They come in kind of a deck box here. You could use this for a deck box if you wanted to. I certainly know people that have. We have our little rules insert here, tips and tricks on how to build a sealed deck. We're going to go over most of this stuff like when we actually build the deck in a minute here. So this is our pack with the promo. We have Eater of Virtue as our promo. It's always going to be foil. It's going to be either a rare or a mythic from this set, and it's going to have this little stamp in the corner. We'll see what else is inside of here. If I can get it open. A lot of times there's like a token, and there's usually a card with an arena code on it. So there's always one of these arena cards here. There's a code on here that you can redeem for 6 booster packs of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. I'm not going to show you the code because I'm going to redeem this one, but make sure you're not just throwing these out if you go to a pre-release and you just don't need the token or whatever. Make sure you save that arena card for your arena code. So in here we have our promo, the Eater of Virtue. It looks like we have, oh, that's weird, 3 double face, or markers for double face cards. I got regular card backs on it. There's double-sided sagas in this set. So if you're playing with one of those without sleeves, you can write what the saga is on here. Normally when I'm opening up my sealed pool, I like to separate by color. It makes it a little bit easier for me to decide what colors I'm going to be in if I organize while I go. Also inside of these pre-release kits, you have a divider. Keep your deck separate from the cards not in your deck. And then we have 6 booster packs. Let's just open some up here. Again, I'm just going to kind of organize these by color here. Ooh, lots of artifacts. 3 artifacts right off the bat. Here's one of those double-sided sagas I was talking about. On the back side, it's an enchantment creature. That's strange. We got 4 uncommons in this pack. Lizard Blades for a rare. We got a Tranquil Cove and a Samurai token. I'm going to leave the lands off to the side also because that can also help us determine what colors our sealed deck is going to be. Uncharted Haven. More artifacts. This is the showcase frame for this set, the Ninja frame. It's pretty cool. Ooh, this is pretty cool. I got one of the fancy lands for this set. And a Rat Rogue token. Two Tranquil Coves. It's kind of crazy. So our mana is really good for blue-white. Let's see if that's where the cards want us to go or not. Heyo! Another one of those woodblock lands. Alright, so we have everything laid out by color here. I also have kind of set off to the side 2 gold cards. And the gold cards we got. Give me a second. Let me organize this, and then we'll go through the rest of the process. So I will be right back. All right, so here is the first deck, I think. I think this pool has a couple different decks in it. As you can see, almost every single permanent in this deck is an artifact that works really well with all of the things that care about artifacts. The Smelter, the Song Shaper, the Kami of Industry, and the Replication Specialist. Makes it really nice. We also have this Iron Hoof Bear. We can kind of cheat into play with the Kami. We can cycle it away to pump something and then use the Kami to... Oh no, it's 3 or less, so never mind, that doesn't work. But lots of artifact synergies here. I did end up playing that Enthusiastic Mechanaut. It makes basically everything higher on the curve cheaper. Normally, when you're laying out a sealed deck, you want to have a reasonable curve. You can see the curve kind of gets bigger around like the 2-drop slot and then kind of like tapers off as we get higher. This curve is also pretty aggressive with 3 1-drops. That's a lot more than sealed decks typically have. Normally you want somewhere around 17 creatures. This deck has 18 or 19, I think. I'm including the vehicles as creatures. I know they're only sometimes creatures, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 creatures. And then 5 other spells, and even some of these other spells are artifacts. So I think this is a pretty solid deck. It's one that I would probably play. When you're building your mana base, one last trick that I'll give you before I move on to the next deck is I normally count up the colored mana symbols on the cards that I have, and like that'll kind of give you a ratio with how many lands to play. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 red mana symbols. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue mana symbols. So we're going to be split almost down the middle with a little favor towards red. So maybe you want around 17 lands. We got 23 cards, and then 17 lands is going to make 40. So I would probably do 8 islands and 9 mountains, something like that, to come up with 17. So yeah, that's where we're at with this deck. Let me lay the next one out. I'll walk through that one with you. All right, this is where I ended up with the second deck. It's 3 colors. The blue is mainly just for the vehicles. We have some pretty good blue vehicles. And we also have some fixing in our mana base. Green is also really good for fixing. We have these grafted growth that can get us colored mana that we need. The greater Tanukis can go get lands of off color that we need. So that'll help, find our blue mana when we need it. The deck also has a pretty decent enchantment sub-theme. We have 10 enchantments, and then our 1-drop can just kind of sit and play and collect counters, distribute counters based on, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield. Some of our removal is enchantments, some of our ramp is enchantments, some of our creatures are enchantments. So that's going to be a pretty powerful card in this deck. I don't think it's as powerful as the green and blue, or the blue and red deck that I built. So I think I would probably play that blue-red deck, but this is another way we could have gone with this pool. So there you go. There's everything that's in a pre-release kit and kind of a quick walkthrough of how to build a sealed deck, or some tips and tricks for building sealed decks. Again, if you want a little bit more information on the cards in this set, make sure you check out our set review episode. And if you're curious about how some of the mechanics work, make sure you check out our mechanics episode. Both should be on YouTube. We publish all our episodes to YouTube. And both should also be just about anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe if you like the content. I should have a video coming out in a couple weeks about my approach to a new set as well, as far as collection building goes. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the internet.